I let AI run my Pinterest blogs for the last 30 days. So look, I've just run a challenge. I've used AI tools and Pinterest on a brand new account every single day for the last 30 days to see exactly how much money I can make. This is from scratch, so there's no face on the account, there's no followers on the account, and it has nothing to do with SEO, PPC, or even YouTube. Just simple blogs, simple pins, and 100% automation. In today's video, I'll show you exactly what I did, exactly how much I earned, and importantly, the tools you can use today to make it all possible. Let's get into today's video. Hey, my name is Mamula, and I run an agency, and also I coach clients. And I wanted to run a challenge to see how much money I could make with AI tools, with Pinterest, over nothing but 30 days. So look, this video is going to be all about strategy, so let's get straight into it. So there are several niches you can choose on Pinterest. I just chose the one with the most eyeballs. Okay, so you've got things like recipes and food and drink, home decor and DIY, gardening, parenting, and of course things like arts and crafts. But if I'm being super honest, I chose none of those. I went into exactly where all the eyeballs are. And if you're going to run a similar challenge, or if you just want to see some serious traffic and some serious revenue in a really short period of time, I suggest you choose fashion. Now, honestly, I don't really have much experience in fashion, especially women's fashion. But on Pinterest, there are millions and millions of women that are searching for fashionable items, clothes, dresses, hairstyles, etc. every single day. So I don't want to fight an uphill battle. Let's go exactly where the eyeballs are. Let's generate income. So that was my niche chosen. The next thing I needed to do was figure out which AI tools to use. Now, here are 3 AI tools that I'd recommend everyone sign up to. Some are free, some are paid. The first one is, of course, ChatGPT. I can't really do anything in my business without it at the moment. So that's number 1. Now, number 2 is a tool called Content Goblin. You're going to need this to make blog posts. You're going to need this to make pins. And you're going to need this to automate the entire system and publish it directly onto your WordPress site or your blog. Now, of course, I want to be hands off in this process, okay? So I don't really want to do anything. So the next tool I used is one of the best tools that I've used, number 3 on the list, and it's called Blog to Pin. Now, Blog to Pin, it deals with all of my automation and all my scheduling, and also has some really cool AI tools integrated into the tool itself. It gives me analytics. It allows me to create different pin styles. It creates boards for me. It basically does everything. So between these 3 tools, ChatGPT, Content Goblin, and Blog to Pin, those are the automation tools that I needed to start off hitting the ground running. And seriously, the goal for me here is to make as much revenue in as short amount of time as possible, just to prove that anyone can do it without any skills needed from before. So my goal was to get about 30 to 35 blog posts written within the month, and probably to schedule about 5 pins per day. So if we do some simple maths, if we're doing 5 pins per day, we're going through every single URL one by one. By the end of week 1, we would have used all of our blog posts already, and then we'll repeat the process in week 2. Now, on average, every single blog post will probably get between 5 to 7 different pins over that 30-day period. And remember, I've used Blog to Pin, so I've scheduled the entire system for the next 30 to 45 days. So it really is hands-off. And look, here's the best part. This will take you no more than 30 minutes per day. And if I'm being super honest, if you set it up correctly in the first 2 weeks, maybe a little bit less. But I do want to give you a caveat. If you spend a bit more time, you will probably see faster results and more revenue. So look, let's dig a little bit deeper and let me explain exactly why I use each of these tools. And then I'll go into a very quick live demo of how to use it. So number 1, first off, Content Goblin is where you need to start. And this allows me to generate loads of different listicles. And these are simple things like 30 recipes for healthy chicken dinners. And then the listicle will list one image, one after the other, with a little bit of text. Now, generally, the more images, the better, because we are going to be monetizing these blogs with ads. And the ads usually start underneath the images or in and around the text. Importantly, Content Goblin allows me to create tons and tons of different pins, and it automates the entire process because it goes through different colors, different fonts, different styles, and you can pretty much do it at a click of a button. Now, with this example, I haven't edited anything, so I've just literally gone into Content Goblin, gone into the pin creation section, and probably created about 5 to 7 pins for every single blog post. Of course, if you want to get a heads up here, then you probably need to do a tiny bit of Pinterest SEO, and I use tools like Pinterest Trends, which is 100% free, to just go through and look at all the seasonal keywords, the trending keywords, the monthly trending graphs, and overall get a feel of some of the more important and some of the popular keywords in the niche that I'm targeting. So for example, we're in spring and summer now, so think about spring and summer dresses, spring and summer hairstyles, or if you're in a recipe niche, for example, healthy light meals for the sun or barbecue related keywords that people can do and cook outside. Now look, I keep my Pinterest SEO super simple. I just use the keywords in the titles, in the pin, and in the pin description. Don't overcomplicate things. Basic SEO is better than no SEO at all. As I mentioned, I have used Blog to Pin to schedule all of my pins out. And funnily enough, I've never created a manual pin for this account. It's all been done with the automation tool of Blog to Pin. So if you take nothing else from this video, I suggest you sign up to Blog to Pin. I'll leave a link below this video now. It is the best automation tool that I've ever used. It's extremely affordable. You can create your own pin designs. You can schedule pins out for 30 to 45 days. And honestly, if you're feeling a bit lazy and you want to generate unique descriptions and titles, Blog to Pin has you covered too. So feel free to check out the link below this video. Now, super important, I have monetized this blog with ads, okay? So I've used a Mediavine sister company called Grow or Journey by Mediavine. And importantly, I've supplemented the content with Amazon affiliate links just where it's possible. So just think about Amazon boxes for new dresses, fashionable items, hair accessories, etc. And the best thing I love about this monetization model is ads just run in the background. So once you have been approved to the ad network, you just click a button, it integrates automatically, and then you can check your analytics pretty much on a day-to-day basis and see how much money you've made. So let's take a quick look at the last 30 days and get an understanding of what has worked and what hasn't worked. Let's go into it now. Okay, so here is the account that I have been scaling up with the power of an ad network called Grow or Journey by Mediavine. This is the last 30 days in May, and the earnings currently are around $167. RPM is around $12. As you can see, it's slowly going up, which is pretty cool. Yesterday was around 22. The impressions are around 245,000, but more realistic for us is the sessions. So these are the amount of people that are hitting the page every single day, and this directly relates to the Google Analytics. And generally, each session is unique. And then we have page views here, which is around the same as sessions. And on average, you can see this particular account is getting around 800 page views per day. If you think about it, only after around 30 days or so of Pinterest pinning and being 100% disciplined with the system is pretty damn good. So you've seen what's possible with just sticking to an automated system, utilizing AI and doing some extremely basic keyword research. This is beginner friendly and anyone can do this. Importantly, this is how I'm going to double down over the next few months and get this account to over 4 figures every single month. So we're talking about at least $1,000 in the next 3 months, and I'm going to aim to get this to over $3,000 per month within the next 6 months. And the process is relatively simple. I'm just going to double down on what works. Okay, so that's number one. You want to make sure you double down on what works. Go into your analytics on Pinterest, see what's working, and then continue to double down on the things that are working and focus on the keywords that are ranking. Number two is I will add an email capture form, so a lead magnet, and offer something related to fashionable trends, just so I can collect people's emails and potentially give them the opportunity to pick up something affiliate related via emails in the future. Number three is once this account is making a serious amount of income, I'm going to probably branch out to some sponsors and see if they'll be interested in some type of sponsor relationship. So look, we have a system in place now where we have traffic coming in, we have guaranteed revenue from ads and from affiliate, and we also have an automation system in place where we don't have to do as much because the tools take care of themselves. And importantly, the control is in your hands. So you can do more or less work, depending on how much time you have. And of course, your income and your traffic is going to be probably directly proportional to how much time and effort you put in. But the point is anyone can do it. So does AI work in 2025 with Pinterest? 100% for sure it does. Even if you're creating all the pins and the blog post yourself, I would still recommend using AI tools like Blog to Pin and softwares because it can schedule things out for you in advance and keeps your time valuable and safe so you can do things that are more important, like checking for keywords or doubling down on what works, or maybe creating better blog posts. So look, I've put all the links to the tools that I'm using in the description below. Of course, if you have any comments on the entire process, then definitely add those to the comment section below. Also, if you want to take your strategy to the next level and just have me pretty much go into your account and do all the keyword research for you, show you exactly what pins are working and what's not working, do all the competition research for you, and pretty much just lay out a plan step by step, looking over your shoulder and helping you grow your account, then feel free to check out my Pinterest one-on-one coaching mastermind sessions below. They're super affordable. And so far, my coaching students are seeing fantastic results. So if that makes sense for you and you've got the budget to invest in yourself, then I would highly recommend it because you get me to walk hand in hand with you through the entire journey, which I think is priceless. And it fast tracks your success and limits your mistakes. Anyhow, that's it from this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.